Sir, delivery.
Ano delivery? Uy! Dumating na? Itong order ko from Team Fridays. This is the Google Pixel 10. Dadaling ko to sa China and I'll be using this thoroughly for roughly 5 days. Malalaman natin kung kamusta ang performance nito. I'll be taking a lot and lots of shots dito from this Google Pixel 10 na nabili natin from Team Fridays. So, stay with me. Pag-usapan natin. Siyempre, bago umalis, kailangan ko muna i-unbox ng phone na ito. So, the usual, slide out mo lang, and ito yung itsura niya. So, buksan natin. Ito ang packaging ng Google Pixel 10. On the other side, nandito ang kanyang user guide. And pagbukas mo, nandiyan ka ng SIM ejector tool and a quick start guide. Kapag tinanggal mo ang phone, inside you have a C2C cable without a charging brick. So you have to buy yourself one. And personally, I'll recommend this one from Ugreen. This is a 65 watts na nano GaN charger na pwedeng-pwede dito sa Google Pixel 10. Ito rin pala ang dadalhin ko, by the way, papuntang China to charge up my Google Pixel 10. Sobrang okay siya, mabilis iligpit, and meron siyang tatlong port dito, A port and dalawang C port. More details sa description. Now, for the fun part, isa muna natin. Uy, ganda. Pixel 10. And by the way, itong Google Pixel 10 na 12 gigs of RAM and 120 gigs of storage would be priced at 46,500 pesos. And yung kanang 12256 would be priced at 49,800 pesos. Nabili ko to kay Team Fridays Marketplace and I'll post the link on the description box below. And it comes together with a 1-year warranty para sa peace of mind. Therefore, highly recommended ko talaga si Team Fridays. So, pag tinignan mo ng itsura dito sa likod, shiny ang back niya. Therefore, you'll be getting a lot of fingerprint smudges dito sa kanya. So, one thing na nagustuhan ko sa kanya, kahit shiny likod niya, hindi siya madulas. You know, may kapit siya. And hindi basta-basta magsislip out of your hands tong phone na ito. And the usual, mukhang Cyclops pa rin ang kanyang camera bump. Andito pala sa taas ang kanyang SIM tray, which support only just one physical SIM na 5G. The other one, eSIM na siya. And the usual, ang kanyang power button na sa taas, ang kanyang volume rocker na sa baba, which always na accidental press ko pa rin dito sa ilalim for the power. Dapat nasa taas ako pumipindot para meron. It simply takes a little bit of learning curve talaga dito sa Pixel if you're coming off from the other smartphone brands. And by the way guys, kung gusto makita buong specs ng Google Pixel 10, ito na. Now, i-share ko naman right now sa inyo yung performance ito phone nito and kamusta na maging experience ko while I was in China. First things first is sobrang okay na may eSIM capability itong phone na ito. You can always buy your data packages from Klook, from Aeralu. Ang bilis lang na may install dito, scan mo ng QR code, pasok na yung eSIM mo. Wala kang maging problema sa data dito. Now, by the way, probably alam nyo na rin na this one comes running together with a Google Tensor G5, which is a 3nm chip. Pero pagdating sa Antutu benchmark score, kahit Antutu benchmark version 11 na siya, 860,000 points lang siya. So meaning, if you translate it to Antutu version 10, hindi ko pa natetest pero tansya ko na siguro sa 600 plus lang siya. So medyo mababa ang score niya sa Antutu benchmark. And here are the other benchmark in case na gusto mo makita. Na pagdating naman sa performance on day-to-day tasks, wala kang maging problema dito. While I was in China, wala akong naging problema. Hindi ko naman na-feel na naghahang tong phone na ito. Very smooth, very snappy naman ang experience ko dito. And downloading all of those translation apps, downloading those mga Chinese maps, and downloading all those apps na kailangan ko just to survive China, wala naman ako naging problema dito. Kahit VPN, walang problema. And by the way, ginamit ko ang Surfshark VPN just to be able to access FB and Instagram in China. Si TikTok, kahit naka-VPN ka, hindi pa rin gumagana in China. Galing, no? Now, one upgrade dito sa phone na ito is definitely yung kanyang battery at 4,970 mAh. And by the way, it supports 30 watts na wired charging and 15 watts na reverse wired charging. And good news guys, this one supports bypass charging. Just to remember na ang bypass charging hindi pampataas ng FPS ha. Don't be misguided by other tech reviewers kuno. Now, yung experience ko naman dito while I was in China, this phone was able to last me naman a whole day without charging. Okay naman siya, no? And there's one certain day na ginamit ko to phone na ito just to tether to my other devices, just for curiosity's sake lang, no, kung kaya naman na mag-survive ng one whole day. And true enough, inon ko siya at 8 in the morning and tinapos ko siya at 5 in the afternoon. May 62% pa rin siya natira. When I started, it's 100%. For me, okay siya pang tethering. 5G. But there's one small little problem na napansin ko dito sa kanya. Paggabi, iniwan ko siya on airplane mode, so definitely walang activity. Bago matulog, 100%. There's one certain day na nagising ako, naging 91% siya. Pero on the other few days, meron naging 97, may times na naging 99 siya, and may times na naging 98 siya. So kahit naka-airplane mode ka, nagbabawas ng battery si Google Pixel 10. And nung niran ko naman battery stress test, maganda naman score nakuha ko, 15 hours and 15 minutes. And by the way, ito ang power bank na bitbit ko while I was in China. This is a Chuktek 15 Air. Perfect na perfect to. Was able to charge this one 2 times on a full tank na power bank. Okay na okay talaga siya. I would say na sobrang okay siya dahil meron siya fast charging and it's quite lightweight. And meron na rin siyang CCC certificate na nire-require ng mga Chinese in the airport. I think it's a new certification in China which medyo mahigpit na sila right now. Now, pagdating naman sa kanyang display, this one has a 6.3-inch na OLED display. For me, it's just perfect for my palm, but I'm not the type of person na mahilig sa mga compact smartphone. Mas prefer ko yung mga around mga 6.6-inch, 6.8-inch, pero experience ko dito was pretty solid naman. Probably one thing na hindi ko masyado trip dito is medyo makapal pa ang kanyang bezel for a flagship phone and medyo malaki rin ang kanyang punch hole dito sa kanyang front-facing camera. And by the way, Corning Gorilla Glass Victus 2 harap and likod ng kanyang protection. It has a side aluminum frames and IP68 dust and water resistant na rin pala siya. Now, most of the time na nasa China naman ako, I'm on outdoors. And medyo malakas ang araw doon sa China kasi medyo mainit pa doon sa kanila. Around nasa 32 to 33 degrees Celsius while I was there. So while I was traveling, most of the time nasa labas ako, gumagamit ng maps. And most of the time, nagko-communicate ako sa office, nagko-communicate ako sa family ko, okay na okay ang kanyang display. I would say ang kanyang 3,000 nits dito sa phone nito is definitely okay. And perfect na perfect talaga siya when you're outdoors. Dahil basically, mababasa mo at makikita mo lahat ng naka-display dito sa phone mo while you're on outdoor. Dahil if you're browsing naman your favorite social media, okay na okay rin naman siya. Wala kang magiging problema dito. I was browsing mga website like Weibo. Okay na okay naman. Kasi sa China, hindi pwede gumamit ng Facebook, hindi rin pwede gumamit ng YouTube kasi bundles kanila. Lalo na si Google. And since meron naman ng Surfshark VPN, so pretty much I was still able to browse except TikTok. Browsing experience dito, I would say walang problema kasi it has a 120 Hz screen refresh rate. And if you're watching your favorite shows dito on this phone while you're on the go, okay na okay rin siya. Just don't expect the display to be big kasi this is just a compact smartphone. But overall, yung viewing quality is pretty solid. Well, honestly, this is the #1 song right now, even surpassing yung Golden by K-pop Demon Hunters. And yung kanyang sound quality is quite solid. And nung nagja-jamming ako naman while I was inside the hotel kasi wala akong ginagawa, okay na okay ang kanyang sound tripping. And gumagana pala ang Spotify pala in China kahit wala kang VPN. And tinry ko naman maglaro ng 3 games dito on this phone. I was able to play Call of Duty Mobile, Wuthering Waves, and Genshin Impact. Now, pagdating kay Call of Duty Mobile, okay naman ka ng graphical experience. Though wala naman sa FPS counter dito, pero you can set it up to 120 FPS. So, therefore, I think kaya naman na umabot ng 120 FPS dito sa game na ito. And the gameplay was definitely smooth. Wala kang maging problema dito. Siguro, the only thing na reklamo ko dito is medyo maliit ka ng screen. And yung sound is katamtaman lang, not the loudest, pero pwede na. Maganda naman touch response ng kanyang screen and pinakamainit na inabot ko is just 42 degrees Celsius. Sa Genshin Impact, okay din ang aking gameplay. The touch response was good. Yung game sinet ko sa high graphical settings and to 60 FPS. Medyo naging sluggish siya ng konti, so binabaan ko ng konti to medium and 40 FPS. Doon medyo mas gumanda ang aking gameplay dito sa kanya. Maganda naman gandang sound quality and the display was good. And you definitely get a better experience, a smoother experience if you lower down yung graphical setting dito sa kanya. Though medyo mainit siya after 30 minutes of gameplay at 44 degrees Celsius. Now, pagdating sa Wuthering Waves, kung tinaasan mo yung graphical settings, expect na sobrang bad ang gaming experience na makukuha mo dito sa kanya. Dahil mapapansin mo talaga sobrang heavy ng frame drops dito sa kanya. And you need to lower it down to medium graphical settings. And also lower down yung FPS niya. But for the first 15 minutes, okay naman ang gameplay. Pero habang tumatagal, pansin ko medyo nagiging sluggish din siya. So therefore, conclude ko naman si Wuthering Waves, medyo mahirapan nga ilaro dito sa Pixel 10. Dahil medyo hirap si Google Tensor G5. And medyo mainit din siya at 45 degrees Celsius after 30 minutes of gameplay. Now, pagdating sa kanyang camera experience, you get a telephoto lens, a ultra-wide lens, and a normal lens. Sa harap, meron kang 10.5 MP na front-facing camera. Both front and back can shoot you up to 4K and 60 FPS. Honestly guys, sobrang dami kong shots na nakuha dito sa Google Pixel 10 ko. Umahapaw actually yung kanyang storage, yung kanyang 128. And I would say na you would rather buy something higher like 256 or 512 want to travel. Kasi talagang 128 mabibitin ka. From day 1 to day 4, punong-puno itong aking Google Pixel 10. Now, I started my trip with the ultra-wide shot dito sa airplane na ito and zooming it all the way, papuntang 20 times zoom. Now, I would say na after 20 times zooming, it's still good yung kanyang digital zooming dito. Kitang-kita pa rin yung text niya and masasabi ko sa inyo, it's still sharp and it's definitely digitally enhanced. Now, habang nagtutour ako on outdoor, I was able to take some really nice shot dito sa kanya. I'd say na itong kanyang camera ni Google Pixel 10, sharp na sharp kumuha ng mga photos on outdoor, which is probably something that I could be proud of dito sa kanyang camera. It looks really nice and really sharp. Lalo na itong Crystal Tower shot ko dito sa Shanghai. This is probably one of the best shot na na-capture ko dito on this camera. And during the trip, syempre hindi natin maiwasan na kumain. I was able to really get some nice snap dito sa kanya pagdating sa food photography. I was really impressed kanyang camera performance kasi ang ganda. Kahit medyo low light, kahit medyo maliwanag ang ilaw, kayang-kaya na mag-perform under different lighting condition. Basta food photography, I would say panalong-panalo itong si Google Pixel 10. And further showing you more food photography, talagang matatakam ka talaga dito sa mga shots na nakuha ko. Now, while strolling in Shanghai, makakuha ka ng mga some really great snaps sa mga anime figure, sa mga Gundams, talagang really good itong kanyang camera for object photography. And I was able to get a close-up shot dito. One of the famous characters sa Naruto, si Pops, sa Ichiraku Ramen. Now, pagdating sa night photography, equally nice. You'll be able to get some really nice snap dito sa kanya. Makita mo, no, ang ganda ng mga cityscape shot na nakuha natin dito sa Shanghai. Talagang, I have nothing else to say but, wow, ang ganda ng performance nito kanyang camera. I would say that probably even better performing than an iPhone. Nasa sobrang dami ng mga shots na nakuha ko dito, I cannot possibly share everything to you. So I would encourage you to follow me sa aking Facebook page. I do share some of my shots there. So don't forget to like and follow me on my Facebook page. So bago natin pag-usapan ka ng selfie camera, let me show you some shots na nakuha ko on my flight home. Na pagdating sa selfie camera, honestly, I'm really impressed din dito sa kanyang front-facing camera. And honestly, it's looking sharp kahit nasa indoor ako. And to my surprise, kanyang front-facing camera is probably one of the better ones out there na mabibili mo at this price point. And kahit night photography, yan guys, nakita na in actual, gabi niya around mga 9 o'clock, I was still able to get some really nice solid snaps. Now, tingnan natin some videos from the front-facing camera. And some videos from the rear camera. Ano masasabi niyo guys? Let me know in the comments. Now, one thing na gusto ko dito sa kanya while I was tripping in Shanghai, ang ganda ng output niya pagdating sa panoramic na video. I was able to shot several panoramic portrait shot dito sa phone na ito and it was really, really great. Pakita ko sa inyo, here are some samples. Ganda, di ba? Nung tinry ko sa Xiaomi 15 Ultra ko, ang pangit. Medyo naging punggok ako. Iba talaga AI dito sa Google Pixel 10. Now guys, after coming home together with the Google Pixel 10, I would say na sobra akong naging happy dito sa phone na ito. It was even beyond my expectation na this phone was really this good. Gumanda nga ng battery life and gumanda rin ang kanyang camera performance. I was really happy. Wala akong reklamo sa kanyang camera. And I think this one can even beat out the iPhone 17 base variant pagdating sa camera performance. Therefore, after yung aking journey, I would highly recommend itong phone na ito, si Google Pixel 10. And if you want to buy this one, I highly recommend si Team Friday's Marketplace. I'll post the link on the description box below. And it comes together with a 1-year warranty as well. Now, if you know anyone na naghanap ng Pixel 10, don't forget to share this video to them. And of course, in-invite ko kayo mag-like, subscribe dito sa aking channel para hindi nyo ma-miss out mga good videos just like this one. So paano yan? Hanggang dito na naman ako and I'll see you on my next video. Peace out. And so, ako para si Richmond and you're watching Gadget Sidekick. Like and subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. For one of my latest uploads, click the dito. And for one of my popular uploads, click here.